right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello.
This is episode 2 of the Where You Lead, a Gilmore Girls Countdown podcast.
Woo.
I am Cassie. I'm the mom.
And I'm Zoe. I'm the daughter.
And we're just so happy to have you back for episode 2.
Yeah.
Just again, to give a recap on what this podcast is all about. I was a teen mom, and I now have a teen daughter.
Yeah.
And when Zoe was younger, I had decided after watching Gilmore Girls that I thought the idea of a Europe backpacking trip as a graduation gift would be so much fun. And so that was the plan. And I started saving. And now here we are, only a year out, where the time has finally come where we need to start planning it. So I came to Zoe and I was like, what if we did a podcast for your final year as like a bonding experience, but we go through all the Gilmore Girls episodes up until Rory and Lorelai go on their own Europe trip. And so it's like we're planning along with them while they plan theirs. And then at the end of the year, we will say goodbye to you guys, go on our trip that we've planned with you along the year as well, because we are hoping for feedback. And then we'd come back after our 1 month and let you know about our trip. So that is kind of the reason for the podcast. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about that.
Yeah, so I think to start us off, let's do a recap of today's episode. So we are on season 1, episode 2, the Lorelai's first day at Chilton.
Ooh, ooh.
So basically, in this episode, Rory starts at her first day at Chilton. Now, she's gone into this school, I think, halfway through the year. So all of the kids are very educated on subjects that she just does not quite understand. Everyone's very polished. Everybody's very wealthy. She has a hard time fitting in. She meets a character named Paris Geller. Now, Paris is the golden girl. She excels at every subject she's in, and immediately she views Rory as competition. So there's a lot stirring up there. Meanwhile, there's tension between Lorelai and her mother, Emily, because now that Emily is involved in Rory's school, she's really trying to get more involved in Rory's life, and she's offering to pay for a lot of things that Lorelai is just not cool with because she knows she's capable of providing for her own daughter. So throughout the episode, we see them kind of riff a little bit, and Lorelai is just figuring out how to handle things with that because she knows technically it's fair that Emily wants to be involved, but this is still her kid, and Emily has not been around for much of Rory's life. So that's where the episode kind of leaves off.
Before we begin full discussion on that, though, with our questions and everything, I want to give a shout out. It's the 25-year anniversary for the Gilmore Girls. And they were actually just on the Emmys.
Yeah, I saw that.
They looked so good.
They looked wonderful.
Oh, it was so cute to see them again. And they were on the, like a recreation of the front porch.
Of the set, yeah.
And they had their little banter going. And it just, it made my little heart sing to see them together again. And then there is a 25-year anniversary advent calendar.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about, my teacher today told me that she thought they were making a special, like, part of I don't know if it's a show or if it's a 1-hour episode or something, but she told me that Rory's going to be pregnant in it.
Well, they kind of ended off that horrible year in the life that I pretend does not exist, and I don't care if that makes Gilmore fans hate me. I
think most people don't like
do
it.
not like it. And they made her pregnant in the end, but then they don't let you know who it is,
okay.
like who the dad is. When Laura Graham was interviewed at the Emmys, she's like, I thought we were kind of done talking about Gilmore Girls reboots, but apparently we're not. And she says at most she could see them doing like a Christmas special like Downton Abbey sometimes does and stuff. So
Downton Abbey needs to stop.
It's
been going on too long, guys. Let it go.
You've never even watched it.
I have.
All of it?
No, because
Okay.
There's a million seasons, a million movies. I can't commit to all
There's
of that.
a million seasons of other shows.
I know, but it's like Downton Abbey. It's just
isn't
like
The Simpsons
tea
on, like-
and wealth and drama. It's like, okay.
I'm here for the tea and wealth and drama.
I'm not.
For the record.
And Maggie Smith isn't even in all of it.
Happy 25-year anniversary to the
Yeah,
Gilmore Girls. It's
very
kind
exciting.
of ironic timing that we're doing this around that time. So yeah. Anyway, here we are. Let's discuss.
Yeah, okay. So what topic do we want to start with?
Well, let's just go right from the beginning of the episode with probably one of the more iconic outfits of the entire show. Poor Lorelai.
Poor Lorelai.
I I related to it in a certain extent because I am a very unorganized ADHD person, and I see a lot of that in Lorelai. However, who takes all the clothes that
all of the good clothes,
all of their clothes, and takes them to the laundromat the day before? You're going to pick up your clothes for what you need them for at 7 a.m. the day of something?
Yeah, doesn't make sense. I understand
it's crazy.
Yeah, if it's the outfit that she wants to wear for that day and she drops it off the day before, maybe she doesn't want wrinkles in it or anything, totally get it. But your whole wardrobe?
The whole wardrobe.
Girl.
Now, granted, I know it's a show and they had to write it for the drama, but if it were real, that would just be crazy.
Well, I feel like she also could have borrowed some of Rory's. That was
Rory's
my thought
a
doing
lot
it.
smaller.
Just a tiny bit, but even like a t-shirt of Rory's would have been
Literally
better
anything.
than what she ended up showing out with. That did take my outfit of the episode.
That's my outfit of the episode, too.
Everybody else's outfits were okay, but nothing quite.
Well, it's a lot of
stood out
Chilton
like that one.
uniforms, which are really cute. No, okay. I love a plaid skirt and a cardigan. But yeah, that was definitely, that outfit's just so iconic.
Absolutely.
That was one of my fun facts, so I might as well just share it, is it wasn't actually like planned to be iconic. It was supposed to be kind of like a brushed under the table, just a laundry mishap, but Laura Graham really wanted to like lean into the comedy of it all, so she like helped pick out like the Daisy Duke outfit with the tie-dye shirt, and then it ended up being, again, one of the most iconic scenes of the entire show, of all the seasons. So I'm glad that she did that. But yeah, so would you have made me picture this? Sicily, 1926. No, but sorry.
Sicily.
Golden Girls reference. Wrong show.
Wrong show.
I just really aged myself. Anywho, picture this. I drive you to school in that outfit. You're about to start your brand new, like, fancy ass school.
Yes, I would.
You would make me walk in that outfit?
Absolutely.
You would not.
Well, no, she made her walk in with a coat on. They wanted to keep the coat on. She had to take the coat off when she got to the office because her mom insisted. But it was her first day in the middle of the year at a school she wasn't familiar with, and a school where parents are incredibly involved in everything. It's a school all about politics. It's parent politics. So, of course, she needed her mom to come in and meet the headmaster, and the headmaster would have been disappointed if she hadn't showed up.
You wouldn't have let me, like, leave and come back?
No.
Like, later on in the day?
Well, it is we're led to believe it's, like, a little bit farther away than the other school.
I suppose it's like half an hour?
Something like that. It has to be something along those lines.
I can't believe you would do that to me. I feel betrayed.
Well, I feel like I would feel betrayed if you didn't show up at the school that I got into. That's crazy. You should have prepared more.
You know what? Touche.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Tristan.
Ew! Okay, I won't start yet. You can.
No, let's talk about it. Because last episode I said, okay, let's talk about Dean.
And I had opinions.
She did.
I had opinions.
So let's talk about Tristan.
Oh, I have opinions.
I'm sure you do.
Tristan or Mr. Gilmore. He's a perv. This is what I have
Mr.
written.
Gilmore.
That's what they refer to him as because that's his last name.
Who?
Tristan.
Tristan's not Mr. Gilmore.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not a Gilmore girl. He's not related to the Gilmores.
Okay, this is what I have written. I have perv. Ew. Yes. Disgusting. And the first thing he says when he comes into the class and sees her sitting down, Rory, is, looks like we've got to marry. He's disgusting. And then he comes up to her after class, asking to be her study buddy, alluding to the two of them having sex.
Yeah, it was very gross.
I think that's so disgusting. And I just know that nickname, Mary, is going to stick. Because it's cute. Oh, he doesn't call her by her name. He's teasing her. That's disgusting.
Is it disgusting?
It is disgusting. And I don't it's kind of infantilizing because Rory does look incredibly young. She does just have a baby face. And he's preying on her because he assumes that she's a virgin. And I just find that gross, and I don't think his character is worth all the hype. I've heard a lot about this guy. Not a fan.
You heard a lot about him, right? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in it so briefly that I'm surprised.
Well,
is it just because it's Chad Michael Murray?
Yeah.
Do you think, despite his flaws as a character, because yes, he is really gross, do you think he's cute? This is the heartthrob of my youth.
I don't know. I like a guy that's a little silly looking or has something.
He's kind of silly looking.
Chad Michael Murray is the like equivalent of conventionally attractive
You think
male.
so?
Yes, what isn't?
I feel like
Light eyes, light colored hair, white skin.
Have you ever seen him
fit.
before his nose was broken?
No.
Okay, because then, yes, very conventionally attractive. I encourage anyone who is a Chad Michael Murray fan but hasn't looked him up before the broken nose. Whoever broke his nose did him a huge favor because he looks so like typical and kind of boring. And he had like this really sharp, pointy nose,
Sounds
and the
nice.
nose breaking just like it sounds nice.
Yeah.
I like his nose.
I like an interesting nose.
See, but his broken nose is more interesting, is what I'm saying.
No.
No? But you're right. I thought I was really. It's been such a long time since I've like watched this particular episode, and I forgot how gross.
Yeah. It's like, oh, look,
He
a
was.
bad boy. He's a pervert.
And I'm trying to remember because I didn't watch it when it was airing, like back when it was like originally coming out, because I
Yeah.
was quite like 12.
An infant.
But I can't remember if it was looked at as he was just the hot bad boy or if he was looked at as gross. Maybe you guys could comment that. I think our Spotify has comments open. Maybe you guys who watched it in real time, do you remember it being gross?
Yeah.
Was Tristan considered sleazy or was he considered the bad boy?
Well, no, that's the thing with the bad boy. It's sleazy bad boy. Like tons of rom-coms have that where he's like kind of a pervert at first, but then oh no, then he learns to like chill out and calm down. And,
Yeah. And I
he
think that was
smooths out that
especially bad in
rough
the 90s.
exterior. Yeah, it's disgusting.
Guys got away with a lot more.
Well, it's because in the 90s, you can't not comment on a woman's body.
Of course
That's
not.
crazy.
Of course not.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay. We
Well-
do not like Tristan.
No, we don't. And I actually have a quote, not from Tristan, but from right before we meet him at the beginning of the episode. Paris and her little goons, her little friends, they steal Rory's school file, basically her school resume from the office, and they sit in like a bramble bush and they read it to each other.
Yeah.
And Paris reads out her name. She says, Lorelai Gilmore. And then the friend of Paris says, Lorelai Gilmore, nice stripper name. What? What? Is that just, is the joke that it's not a stripper name and she's just like a wealthy asshole? Or am I missing something? Because what stripper name? Lorelai Gilmore? That's the most basic first and last name that there could possibly
Basic
be.
and like, yeah.
Yeah, very.
I missed
There's
that.
it's not like oh, Kitty,
See, now, like,
Kitty Gilmore.
I have a stripper name.
I have a stripper
like
name.
Cassandra Frisky.
Zoe Frisky.
Cassie Frisky. Anyway, like no matter what, I think I've told you when I auditioned for Canadian Idol, they interviewed me for like the radio show, like the local radio show at the time.
Yeah.
And they ended up like airing my tiny little interview. And they're like, that was Cassie Frisky, one of the 16-year-old contestants, you know, auditioning for Canadian Idol in Vancouver. She'll later be debuting at the Paramount, which was like a strip club.
That's disgusting.
I know. I'm like, I child.
Did Tristan interview you?
I know.
That's
If that
so
had been
gross.
now, I actually probably could have gotten them into trouble.
Well, they wouldn't have said that to begin with. That's
Yeah.
gross. But
Anyways,
yeah, Lorelai
so we have stripper
Gilmore,
names, but
nice stripper name.
Yeah.
Like that
No.
made no sense to me. I laughed really hard at that. I thought it was really funny.
that's really stupid.
But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that quote. I thought that was interesting.
While we're on the topic of Paris, what
Yeah.
is your first impression of Paris?
I love her. I love Paris. I know we're probably not supposed to like Paris, but I get her. Just by being introduced to your character, you understand what her home life is like, coming from clearly wealthy, powerful parents that put a lot of that pressure on her, and she constantly needs to be perfect. And when you are the it girl at school, not necessarily for like Regina George being the prettiest, but for being the most successful, it must be scary to have someone come in who will so confidently shut you down when you're being an asshole, and you know that she is of intellectual competition. That's spooky.
But she literally knew nothing about her. She didn't know it would shut her down. Didn't know she was smarter than her. Didn't know anything
she did.
about
Just
her.
they read her file, remember?
But her
Nice
file doesn't
stripper name.
necessarily talk about who she was as a person.
No, but the file highlights her accomplishments and how many people love her. And that was a big thing that, because they had like the whole town basically recommending Rory because, oh, she's so helpful. She does all this stuff. And Paris knew that the chief of the journaling committee or whatever at the school would be something that Rory was interested in, and that was the same thing that she was going for. So was Paris the kindest? No. But I don't blame her, and I know I'm going to continue to love her as this like poor, misunderstood, struggling girl just trying to stay on top.
How far have you gotten into Gilmore Girls? I know you've watched a little bit further than we have seen already, but how far have you gotten?
Watching the episodes?
Yeah.
I haven't watched more than maybe the first 6 episodes in full.
Oh, okay.
But I've seen plenty of clips,
Okay.
and I know a lot of the progression in Paris' story.
Yeah, no, I was just genuinely curious
Yeah.
if you knew where she leads. I love Paris too, but I don't love her in this episode.
Rory broke
But
her diorama.
My heart broke.
I know. My L.
Even still, I've seen it so many times, and I still go.
I know.
Every time.
Like the L that I awarded this
Oh.
episode for those.
We're
of
not
you-
there yet.
What? But it's
Okay, go
part of
ahead.
this.
All right,
So
fine.
that you guys know, just in case you forgot, we award a W and an L. An L is a loss, you're a loser, and a W is a win. Oop. And my L technically goes to Tristan.
Yeah.
Because he sucks. But an honorable mention is Rory breaking Paris's diorama.
But it was an accident, and she did offer to help her fix it and took the blame.
I know. It's just like, I would hate Rory too. Like, you show up and you're already a bumbling idiot that's ruining my life. And poor Paris, like, she didn't say anything to Rory.
And the diorama was so nice.
It was so nice.
It was so good.
And it really, I was upset that she didn't say that it got destroyed right before class to the teacher. Because I understand that the teachers are strict there, so it probably wouldn't have made a huge difference. But stand up for yourself a little bit.
Tell the teacher to walk her ass into the hallway. It's all still on the ground.
It's all there.
It's like they literally walked across in a diagonal line of 5 feet and we're in their classroom. So just like tell Miss Bitch,
Yeah.
hi, go. You can see the proof of my destroyed diagram.
Because all she said was
diorama.
Yeah, because all she said was, "Oh, I don't have it." And
Yeah, I didn't do it.
yeah, you could have easily just said, "It broke. That's not an excuse. I can fix it if you'll let me and bring it tomorrow."
Yeah. Say it was smashed into pieces. I
Blame
don't know.
Rory.
Sometimes pride is stupid. Actually, most of the time pride is stupid.
Especially gay pride.
But what? Oh my God. We do not believe that.
Guys, it's a joke.
It's progressive beings
we're both
over
members
here.
of the community.
Okay.
That's why it's funny.
We're here and we're queer. Get used to it.
Get used to it.
Anyway, I did want to ask you back to the Tristan topic. So,
Ugh, do
on
we have
looks alone, between Tristan and Dean, who would you choose?
No.
One's got the long neck,
and
and one is too conventionally attractive for you.
I would
Apparently,
choose to walk the plank.
you got to
That's-
choose one.
Like
Choose one.
Tristan, because he's successful and comes from money.
I was talking looks, purely looks.
My point still stands.
Okay, perfect. No, I think that is
Dean's neck is too long and he hunches when he walks.
We're gonna do one whole episode about the length of Dean's neck.
We couldn't
apparently.
even do an episode longer than Dean's neck.
Oh my God.
No,
Let's-
actually, I have a question.
Oh, you have a question?
I have a question for earlier in the episode.
Okay, please go.
Do
Please
you think Emily was right for showing up on Rory's first day in the headmaster's office?
That actually leads into my question too, and we can just kind of discuss it all together. Do you think Emily was not being respectful of boundaries, or was Lorelai being unreasonable and too prideful? Again, back onto pride.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I do think Emily had a right to be there because she foot the bill, but I think she should have given Lorelai a heads up. Not even ask permission. Not say, "Hey, can I come?" Because Lorelai might say no. Say, "I will be there. I paid for it, and I want to make sure Rory's
Where
off to a
you
good start."
lead,
Yeah,
I will follow.
And also, I'm friends with the headmaster, so I'll be able to get Rory on like a good starting off point. At least that's what she thinks. Except the headmaster is a dick.
Do you think if she did call, Lorelai would have bothered to answer?
She does seem to answer. She answers Emily's phone calls 3 different times that episode when Emily wants to buy her a parking spot.
Too many times to answer your mom on the phone in one day.
Excuse me?
I just think that's crazy. 3 whole phone calls in a day?
If I call you 3 times,
Then I would assume something's wrong.
are you going to, when you leave me After a year,
After a year.
when you graduate.
My name's Amber Atkins.
Who the frick is Amber Atkins?
That's Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
I'm Amber Atkins.
I'm so glad you liked that movie.
I love that movie. Everyone watch Drop Dead Gorgeous. Who's that actress again?
Which one?
Amber Atkins.
Is that Kirsten Dunst's
Yeah,
character?
Kirsten Dunst.
That's your Minnesotan accent?
That's how she talks. That's exactly how she talks. Guys, watch it and comment that I'm right.
Yep.
Please.
But Drop Dead Gorgeous. I was surprised you liked that one. It's such a weird one, but I love that movie.
Oh, it's great. I was
Yeah.
watching it with Noah, too. He enjoyed it.
Noah is Zoe's friend.
Yeah.
For context. But yeah, I think when you move out, if I call you 3 times, you better frickin' answer. Moving on. But let's talk about that. The boundaries being set. Emily was clearly just excited. She wanted to get Rory all the nice, like, Chilton outfits. The parking space was a bit much, maybe, because Rory does not have a car. But
She did say they're really hard to get. And honestly, you would be doing the exact same thing. When you hyperfixate on something, you blow it out of proportion and you get a whole lot done. And she was excited. She doesn't get to, it's like my grandma. Emily doesn't get to see Rory often. And because of that, she has to occupy herself by finding ways to insert herself into Rory's life, which is spending her day, because she clearly doesn't go to work, right? So she spends her day buying things for Rory online and looking through catalogs and figuring out what Rory would like. And because she has an in with the headmaster, that was probably all just something they discussed at once. Like, can Rory have a parking space and that whole thing. I think it's cool.
I thought so too. Again, we are having to fill in a lot of past gaps because even in later seasons, they go into it a bit, but I have to imagine that even beyond what we see, Lorelai's parents must have been horrifically controlling. Therefore, I feel like Lorelai's response is a bit of like a trauma response of, if I let Emily take any part in this, she's then going to take that inch and make it a mile. And already she is. Lorelai asked for help with that 1 inch, trying to like trust in her parent, whatever. And now here Emily is trying to step in and take that mile.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, like, I see where she's coming from and I kind of understand their response if I'm filling in those gaps myself.
She is looking
my own
out
head
for
canon.
Rory, I think, too, because Lorelai said when Emily was buying Rory clothes, Lorelai said, well, she doesn't need new clothes. I have her 2 skirts for her and like 4 shirts.
Yeah.
And Emily says, oh, there's 5 days in a school week. And she makes an excellent point, especially going to a rich school where you can't really express yourself much with clothes because of uniforms. Then it is going to be very obvious to the wealthy students when there is one kid who clearly doesn't have the kind of money they do showing up in the same uniform all of the school year.
Well, I think it is all the same. Like, I think the skirts are all the same. She just wanted her to have multiple
The skirts
ones.
are all the same. The shirts and the jackets and the sweaters are not.
Oh, okay.
So that's what Emily was getting her. Like, she got her a winter jacket for the school. Absolutely. You get your kid a winter jacket at the start of every year if you can afford it. So honestly, the fact that Lorelai didn't pull through with that was kind of...
Well, and barging into where your mom is getting her hair done, like the hair salon, when Emily was genuinely trying to help. Like, she was excited and was trying to participate. And Lorelai threw a bit of a fit, very much blown out of proportion.
And I think it was made to embarrass Emily.
Yeah. And as much as I don't always think Emily is a win, even though she's so freaking funny. Oh my goodness.
Her.
I think
she's hilarious.
I think she's one of my favorite quotes in this episode. But as much as I think she's funny, I felt very sorry for Emily in that moment. I don't think she's always a bad person. No. And I just really felt for her.
And I don't think she needed to be yelled at. I think what's going on is both Lorelai and Emily are making up for things that they didn't get to have when Lorelai was younger. Because although Emily and them were very controlling, clearly, Lorelai fought against that as much as she could.
Yeah.
And therefore, Emily did not get to have this teenager who she could spoil and have them be very grateful for it and genuinely just happy and accepting of this time and effort that Emily was putting in to Rory. I also think that Lorelai does need to understand that because Emily has such a good relationship with the headmaster and the school itself, and because at a wealthy school like that, it is all about politics, that it's super important to have Emily involved in that as much as possible for the sake of Rory's education. Because I know the headmaster said that that's not going to play a role in her schooling and how he feels about her, but I wouldn't believe that and take that at
politics
face value.
always play a part in even poor people's schools. Like
Yeah.
the politics is always a thing. And that was something else that Lorelai ticked me right off when she
Yeah.
was in the office with the headmaster. It's like, okay, I understand your clothing threw you for a loop, but this was your world once. This was your world for 16 years. This was grilled into you. You know exactly what is expected of you.
And she works with wealthy clients through her often.
And like you were just saying, even her not thinking that politics or Rory needing all the best things or needing her mom's help or anything wouldn't matter. It's like, Lorelai, you know this.
Yeah.
You were a part of this. And you went in there like a bumbling fool and embarrassed your daughter. The outfit actually wasn't even the embarrassing part.
No.
It was her stupid rambling. And it's like, we see you deal well in your job. And again, she was nervous and her mom showed up and it threw her for a loop. But I was just like, she might be, aside from my L going to Tristan, I think she's my other L.
There was a few L's that can be handed out during this episode for sure.
Because Tristan was kind of brief and he was just gross. But I think Lorelai, my girl, but she was my L.
You would also think that because Lorelai is so incredibly defensive of being looked at as unsuccessful and not the best parent because she had a kid so young and she's single, that she just would have stressed a little bit more about the way that she presented herself in that office. I think she could have held herself with, I don't know, just a lot more grace, and especially don't argue with your mother in front of your daughter's headmaster. Yeah. I think that is really just unfortunate for Rory. Didn't make her look great. And also all it does, because the headmaster's already friends with Emily, is like he's going to go to Emily in the future to discuss things to do with Rory instead of Lorelai.
Yep. I really didn't think Lorelai showed up well for Rory.
No.
In that moment. You're such a cow. Moving on to my favorite character of the episode, because we got a little bit more of Michel.
Is this your W? Do you have a quote from him?
I have a couple quotes.
I have a quote from him. We probably have the same one.
He takes my W. He takes the W?
He takes the W.
He takes the W.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I said it right. Woohoo. Yeah, so Michelle was bringing it with the jokes this episode.
Absolutely.
I genuinely laughed out loud so many times when he told Lorelai there was someone waiting for her. And she's like, is it my mom? And he's like, possibly. And then, or it's possible. And then she looks over and it's the weird, not attractive dad that wanted to go on a date with her. And she looks at Michelle and she's like, it's possible. And she's like, there's a resemblance.
That's crazy. He's so funny. He also says, these older women come up to him and they say, hold on, what is it? Oh, can you tell me where we can find the best antiques? And he looks at them and he says, at your house, I would presume. I think that's so funny.
And then his other one, and if I'm to fetch you like a dog, I'd like a cookie and a raise.
Yeah. You do the accent better than I do. Don't come to me for impressions.
Sometimes I started to sound a little Spanish by the end of that, but I tried my best.
Both languages of love.
The love. But yeah, Michel, he definitely took the W. He's so funny.
He's so funny.
I thought, not that I enforce gay stereotype or anything, but I feel like if the show had been written now, he would have been gay, but they try to make him like straight in the show.
What? Does he go out with a woman later?
There's definitely comments where like he is for the ladies. There was even one in episode 1.
I always thought those comments were sarcastic.
No, I kept waiting for him to be gay when I watched it the first time around, and he is not.
Oh, that's crazy. This whole time I thought those comments were sarcastic and that he actually was a queer
No, unless I'm going to be pleasantly surprised on this rewatch and discover something new, but I'm pretty sure he is not.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the side that he is, so we'll see how that goes.
Because that's one of the complaints about Gilmore Girls is its lack of diversity.
Yeah, well, they're in a small town in America. What do you want?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
guess that's
And the only school if she stayed at the public school, I'm sure there would have been a lot more of that kind of action. But she goes to
that kind of action.
a wealthy school, so who knows? All the people there are
What is that
closeted.
kind of action?
The gay
The
kind.
gays. The gay kind of action.
Scary.
But yeah, no, I absolutely love Michelle. And then we were introduced to another set of quirky townsfolk. Yes, Babette.
I love them. They're funny, and I think they are so cute, and they love each other.
It's like, hey, toots.
It's adorable.
Hey, sugar.
Yeah. I think that's so funny, and they talk about the garden gnome.
I know. He kicked the gnome.
You don't trust somebody that
Yeah.
treats a gnome like that.
It was only just recently, and again, Zoe wouldn't know this, but I was raised watching a TV show called All in the Family.
Yeah.
And she's the young daughter in it. And I never put those pieces together. It was maybe like a year ago when I went onto IMDb and realized that it was the same actress. And I don't know her name. I apologize. But that shook me because she does not talk like that.
No, in the show.
in All in the Family. She's this cute little bean. But no, I love Babette. I am always happy when she pops up on
And
the
her
screen.
husband.
I don't know his name.
Hello, tall guy with the glasses and the
Tall
hat.
guy with the glasses and another long neck.
Yeah, and a trench coat, I think.
And a trench coat.
A little bit scary.
A little
Got a town
mysterious.
slasher, but that's all
I
right.
think-
We also hear a little bit from Miss Patty this episode. She has this one quote that I love. So Miss Patty teaches the dance school in the town, and you can see all the young girls dancing with books on their heads to balance them. She says to them, "That's the new Harry Potter book on your heads. If they drop, he will die, and then there will not be any more books."
Does she say
She
that?
does say that.
I completely missed that.
I think that's so funny.
that is really, really funny.
Right? She
I,
has a few cute lines.
I
like
just
that.
saved the cook.
We both can't talk. I just named a cook.
Well, it's because the quote I'm about to share is the cookie quote.
Oh yeah.
It's the cook. Okay,
Oh, that one was
cookie
funny
time.
too. Yeah. Because she's yelling at them to dance properly.
Yeah, and then okay, cookie time.
Cookie
I think that's
time.
gonna be
And she
like
goes out for a smoke.
my new mantra or anything. Whenever I'm upset or stressed, okay, cookie time. Because I love me a cookie.
I know you do.
You're an oatmeal raisin cookie girl, aren't you?
I love oatmeal
Is that your
raisins.
favorite cookie?
It is my favorite
Of
cookie.
all the cookies?
I
What
can
is
eat
wrong
as
with
many
you?
of them as I want. They're not too sweet. They're not too savory. They're not too filling. They're nice and flat. I like a flat cookie.
Disgusting.
You know what I hate?
Don't say snickerdoodles.
Oh, I don't like those. But no, I don't like crumble cookie. Crumble cookie is gross. And I'm sorry if there are people who are listening to this or watching it that like it. But crumble cookie, not only is it way too filling, but they're not tasty. You're taking what's beautiful about a cookie, which should be simplicity, and you are turning it into a cake. And I hate that. I tried crumble cookie. It was gross.
Tell me how you really feel.
I don't like it.
I actually don't like crumble cookie
It's a
either.
terrible
There's a
fad.
lot going on. I love me just some dad's oatmeal chocolate chip
Absolutely. Dunked in some milk.
dunked in some milk.
Or the soft cookies for babies.
You know, you talked about those last episode.
Did I bring those up?
Are you a little old lady?
I'm an old lady and a baby.
Old
in
lady
my heart.
and a baby.
Yeah.
And just a baby. Yeah, I was making fun of you for your cookie choice, and then I choose Dad's oatmeal chocolate chip cookies,
Which
so-
are nothing in comparison to oatmeal cookies.
I just don't like raisins.
Oatmeal cookie.
I just don't like raisins. They're dead grapes.
You can have oatmeal raisin. It's just an oatmeal cookie then, without
But
the
that's not
raisin.
as good. It needs
No,
to have something.
I like that because then sometimes I'm not in the mood to chew on something.
You just keep
really
your
chew on it.
old lady cookies to yourself.
I will.
Speaking of other quirky townspeople, we were also introduced to Mick, who does not stay Mick. The guy who's putting in the internet. And Lorelai gets really pissed.
Oh yeah, forgot about that guy.
So
Totally.
he ends up Kirk.
Yeah, I remember.
They liked him so much. Fun fact about Kirk.
He's the. Oh, you do say
He's
it.
the what?
You say
Are
it.
you going to say it? He's James Gunn's brother.
Brother, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Hey.
Look at me. That's why he's in a few of those movies.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah. I didn't know that they were brothers until Superman came out and he like talked about his brother. I did
Yeah.
not know. I knew that like obviously I've seen Kirk go into the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and I always thought it was so fun. I guess Sean Gunn, not Kirk. But I was always like, I can't believe he's in this.
Well,
like
he's
what
iconic.
a random person to be cast in this superhero movie. And then I found out I was like,
He's a
it's
nepo
his brother.
brother.
A nepo brother.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to Google this next episode and find out, was he acting before James Gunn was really in directing?
Well, it depends.
Was he already
like,
making a career for
Did
himself?
James Gunn did he start his passion for that by having been put in acting with his brother? Like, was that something that their family decided to introduce them to for fun, and then they just both picked that up? Or because if my brother, my hypothetical brother, I don't have siblings, if he became famous, thank you. If he became famous, I would make him put me in his stuff too.
Do the guns come from TV, like entertainment families? Are they Nepo babies?
I think that's a great question. Do guns come from TV families?
The guns.
That's what we want to know. What point in the episode are we in? They fight, the episode ends?
No, we're pretty much at the end of the episode here. I've got my, we already said our best outfit was Lorelai's.
The W, the L.
Oh, one of my other favorite lines was by Emily, of course. Do you need a ride or is your horse parked outside?
Oh, because Lorelai's outfit, she looked like she was going to a rodeo.
Going to the rodeo.
Thought that was so funny.
And then when she says goodbye to Lorelai at the end, she goes, dinner Friday night. No spurs, please.
Yeah, I thought that was funny too. I thought about putting that down.
I love their banter so much. I was looking up a little bit like behind the scenes stuff. And so Emily, the actress who plays Emily, she is comes from Broadway.
Makes sense.
And is a theater star. So when she came on the show, Laura Graham actually had to have some coaching, even though she was a seasoned actress, because the banter was so quick.
Yeah.
Like their scripts were really, really long.
And I found out they didn't even understand 90% of the references.
Yeah, they had to look them up.
Yeah.
But Laura Graham loved how Emily had such like precise delivery. Mm-hmm. And so she got a little bit of mentoring from Emily on working through that quick banter and that dialogue.
That makes a lot of sense.
But then on top of that, this was only Alex's, so Rory's second episode of television ever. Mm-hmm. This was her first big role. So in the early episodes, apparently I can see her blinking a lot. She blinks really fast because she's nervous. And that was her way of trying to calm herself down when she was in longer scenes.
Yeah, it just looks like her eyes are dry.
So Laura Graham was a huge influence and mentor to her.
Well, that makes sense.
First, through those first few episodes and few seasons as she found her footing as an actress. And I just thought that was very sweet. It shows why they're so close.
Totally. I think what's true about that is Broadway acting or theater acting in general translates oftentimes very well on screen. But TV acting does not always translate very well on stage.
Yes.
And I think you tend to learn more valuable acting skills through theater than you do just doing television.
100%. My other fun fact was, did you know Paris's actress, Liza Wells, originally auditioned for Rory?
Yeah, I did know that.
But they liked her so much that they just wrote a whole new role.
Well, who did they have first casted, Rory or the mom?
Oh, I don't know.
Because you would need them to look similar enough.
And have good banter.
And Liza, as you said, that's her name?
I think so, yeah.
She doesn't look anything like Laura Graham. Is that her name? The mom?
That is also a good point.
Yeah.
That would not have worked at all.
No, you would need them to look... You could play it off like, oh, she looks more like her dad.
Yeah. But Laura Graham and Alex look so much alike.
Absolutely.
They genuinely could be mother-daughter. But yeah. That is all I had for fun facts. There's not a
Do we have a song of the episode?
Ooh, there was only one song.
There was one song, but I did like it.
But it was so obscure that my Google, like the Google listen you press to find a song, had no idea what it was.
Yeah, and Netflix didn't even show the title, and normally it does on subtitles.
So I had to go searching for it. And it is called, when I can find it on my...
It's a weird title.
Yeah, when I can find it on my laptop. I Don't Know How to Say Goodbye to You by Sam Phillips.
Oh, so it's just the lyric that they
repeated over and over and over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll add that one to the podcast.
If I can find it. I actually didn't even look to see if it's even on Spotify.
It'll be
if it was that hard to find.
I think it'd be great, and I think that's a really true sentiment for, our big trip together.
You're going to say goodbye?
No, but I might be moving away depending on the university I get into.
Why are you telling me this now?
I have been telling you. I have
all of the 5 people that are listening.
One big thing for me is I found out today because we were looking at different universities we're going to tour. I might be applying. I'll be applying to a ton just for the heck of it, just to see, even if I don't think I'll get in. But I will definitely be applying to UBC, which is exciting.
That's in Vancouver.
I think so.
I can handle Vancouver
Yeah.
as long as you're not saying like Oxford.
No, but
Actually, then I would just follow you.
No, where
you lead, I will follow.
I don't want to move to England.
Why?
I don't know.
Do it.
Because
think of all the handsome
like,
boys.
I don't.
I got a London boy.
No, I have to be honest. The British accent doesn't do it for me. I know it does for you with all your fantasy audiobooks.
Well, moving on from that nonsense,
darling.
Darling. While we're on the topic
Hysterian.
of school and you leaving me and breaking my heart into a million pieces,
leave, you won't follow.
Why do you want to make me cry?
It's a joke.
How was school for you this week, though? I feel like I should do a little check-in.
I was shite.
Oh,
I did not enjoy it. So what day is it? It's Wednesday. I have a big AP quiz tomorrow. I'm taking AP European History. So we have a quiz from like 1490 to 1560.
gross.
It's open book, which is nice, but it's one of those cause and effect, and the questions are worded in such complicated ways. So I don't quite know which pages of notes I need to be writing down from the textbook because it's like 40 pages I have to be reading.
You're so smart. You'll figure it out.
I don't want to have to do that. And of course I left it till the night before because, what other option do I have? I wasn't going to do it the past 2 weeks of school I had to be compiling these notes. But, there's a lesson to be learned there.
Yeah, stop procrastinating. That's the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you go to university?
No, I had a baby.
I'm going to university.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to university.
Yes, you are.
I'm so excited.
Because I worked damn hard for you to go to university. And also, I'm not taking the credit. You've also worked hard. I'm just saying, my girl is going to university.
But this year, it's going to be straight A's. I'm going to apply for valedictorian. And I'm going to be getting financial awards and student excellency awards in all of my...
Yeah.
But yeah, school's been okay. It'll get better. I need the quiz to be over tomorrow. Yeah. But I'm the one who waited 2 weeks to do it. So
if your teacher is listening to this, that was all a lie. And she has totally been planning and prepping.
I'm so grateful to be in AP. Thank you, Mr. A. You're so kind.
Well, we are now at the point where we could kind of share anything about our trip, but we still haven't booked anything. Again, the comment sections are open. If you have any suggestions on where we should go, we are still looking for
where you guys lead.
Yeah, where you guys lead, we will follow. Any suggestions in any of the places that we had talked about before? We're still looking for an actual stop in Germany. We haven't chosen one. It just needs to be from Amsterdam to Krakow.
Amsterdam. Let's freaking go.
Let's go. So yes, we have nothing new planned yet for the trip. We're still getting things together and choosing the places. I want to sit down with Zoe pretty soon here and actually solidify it because
buy the backpacks.
We don't need to buy the backpacks now, but we really do need to start looking at the Airbnbs because it's less than a year away.
I don't really care where it can be a hole in the wall, Well,
it needs to be a safe hole in the wall.
Yeah.
We were debating shifting our dates around a little bit to possibly go to Bath during the Jane Austen Fest.
Oh.
What? Because we'll be stinky. Is that what you just said?
We're going to be backpacking. I'm sorry. I thought you meant like a public bathhouse.
Anyway, no. Go to Bath.
Future valedictorian. Vote for Zoe Frisky.
Vote for Zoe. Go to Bath during the Jane Austen Fest because everybody dresses up and you get to go watch Pride and Prejudice at the house that they filmed the Keira Knightley.
Mr. Darcy's house.
Yes, Mr. Darcy's house.
And I hear Jane Austen actually does come out and do book signings.
I did hear that as well. Yes. So we want to try to plan to be there around the same time as Jane Austen. We'll just need to go back in time. I don't even know.
You don't even know the time period.
I don't even know the time period. Let's sum this up then, my baby girl, with
Mommy.
our
Coffee cup rating. Absolutely. I give this episode a 3.5 out of 5 coffee cups. I think it was good. It was interesting. The first episode was technically better.
Yeah.
But it's not because this episode lacked anything that was interesting. It's just the one where they're actually setting up what the dynamic is going to look like for these characters moving forward.
Yes.
So it was good. Just wasn't anything special.
Yeah. I found that I wasn't as focused on this episode because I didn't find it as interesting. So
Yeah.
I'd have to say 3.5. There were just some really funny one-liners.
There wasn't a moral learned, though.
No. Well, thank you, everybody, again, for tuning into
Yes,
the
thank you so
nonsense that this
much.
podcast
Please
just was.
wish me luck on my AP quiz
Yes,
tomorrow.
send all of your good luck, your vibes, your prayers, whatever
me.
you do to get things done. Send it to Zoe.
Yep.
And then potentially to me if she doesn't do well on it, because I'm the one that's going to have to deal with it. But she's going to do great because she's actually really, really smart.
Yeah.
You are so smart, and there's nothing you cannot do.
Yeah.
And I completely believe in you and have faith in you, even when you don't in yourself. That wraps us up for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in again. We appreciate anybody who is listening.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Again, there is a comment section on, I believe, Spotify. So if you do have any tips for our trip or anything else you want to add or anything you'd like us to talk about or touch base on, if you have questions for our dynamic as teen mom and teen daughter, we'd love to hear from you.
We're happy to answer.
There is also the email address at whereyouleadpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, please send us your thoughts.
Yeah, any little thing that you want to know about, just send it our way, and we will be back again next week with episode 3.
Thank you so much for listening.
I love you, kid. You are the Rory to my Lorelai.
You're the Lorelai to my Rory.
Right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.